snake.
That's probably the highlight of the movie right there. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get. Well, John Lasseter's back and making another movie. It's a thing he does every now and again. Did you know that? John Lasseter still makes movies. He's now got his own solo company post-controversies at Pixar with Skydance Animation. They've made a handful of movies over the years. We've actually covered them a couple of times. They're not very good. Maybe the core of what made a Pixar classic wasn't down to just one guy. And this is now the latest in his filmography, collaborated with Netflix to release Out Swapped. Just about the most generic title you could imagine for what is, so far, a pretty damn generic, awful animated movie.
Ah! This isn't my body! Get these feathers off of me!
Oh, and then we're doing that, are we? Oh!
Where are my beautiful feathers? Where are my beautiful wings?
Oh, and also we've changed the actual designs of the bodies to fit with the norms of that one's male and that one's female. We can't possibly have a girl's voice coming out of a generic-looking beaver thing. No, she now has to be frilly and also have faintly a pronounced chest. Wow, this really does just write itself, doesn't it? Swapped! Because they're going to swap bodies! Ha! Antics ensue. But on top of the fact that it's a classic body swap that we've seen in the likes of Brother Bear, but now worse, or Soul, but now worse, or a million other examples I could probably list off if I really sat down and thought about it. No, a little bit more to that is it's going for that Bug's Life vibe. It's going for that wild robot vibe. It's going for out there in the natural world. It's a little bit Rio as well. There's no humans in sight, it's all animals, and who would the species end up swapping? Because of some sort of pods. The plotline is not going to be very strong, but more noticeably is how not strong the actual dialogue of this movie is, because practically every line in this 2-minute trailer is itself a cliched bit that you've certainly heard before. Right over from "We're stronger together."
We're stronger together.
Oh my god, we're stronger together. Ugh. This feels like a drinking game of a movie. Anytime you hear a cliche line, take a drop or get through a barrel together. Or the much more implied version of, "So, you're probably wondering how I got here."
Hi, my name is Ali.
Oh, well, they almost did one of the most cliche lines, but they didn't quite. They just infer it.
Don't get along is a bit of an understatement.
I'm gonna only hear cliche lines in this whole thing, aren't I? Technically, you can always blame it on the marketing, though I don't know if this one's down to the marketing. It's to the point that when I first started watching this trailer, I genuinely got bored, and it's only 2 minutes long. It is every standard film you've seen, and there's only really one creative element, and that is in the visuals. Not so much in the production quality, the ability of their engine. It's pretty safe, standard, and looks a lot like their other movies as well. But in the actual character design. That's interesting. None of these creatures are just generic creatures. They all come with a faint layer of disguise. They themselves are part of the natural world. The snakes are, I think, mossy and rocky. The birds are leafy. There are porcupine cones and tree deers. Do I think they're going to do anything with that? No. But it is the only real praise I have for this movie, because it just looks naff. And it really does.
The creatures of the valley need our help.
Of course the creatures of the valley need our help. Of course that's the way it works. Is it a metaphor for forest fires? Hey, that's a layer. That's faintly nice. God, it's just gonna be so generic, isn't it? This movie's on enough of a back foot for the people that made it, so maybe I don't want it to succeed and do a good job, but I don't know if I'm gonna see it anyway. Now, in the past, when John Lasseter was post-Pixar due to his pest behavior, he would go on to make movies like Luck, which you might have seen advertised, which had an interesting world, playing with the gimmick of good luck and bad luck and having a whole other dimension for it, but never really delivering well on it and telling a pretty crappy story. You then had the time they did a Disney musical ripoff, which was, as well.
Feathers, come and get me, huh? Oh. Come on.
What even is he? Like, if this is meant to feel like a Bug's Life sequel of some form, I get it if it's ants and birds again. Now it's unspecific beaver bears and fantasy birds. I don't quite know what I'm looking at. Gotta love how a leaf can somehow make a light source. I know it's just simple filmmaking stuff, but always makes me laugh when I see it. A very weird niche little thing. That leaf has an incredibly reflective surface. Oh, okay, where'd the bird come from? I didn't even notice. Oh, it was a shadow. Oh, okay. There's me rambling too much about light sources. Didn't notice the big threat of the scene. Hey there, thank you for making it to the halfway mark of this video. Come subscribe if you haven't already for more animated movie trailers. Usually we cover the mainline studios, but sometimes it's the one guy who gets ousted by a studio and goes and makes his own company. We'll keep up with this movie and probably do a review on the day it comes out, so come join along if you're interested. And now for the second half of the rest of this trailer.
Away from getting home.
Oh, please.
See, I really interesting. Wolf bushes is interesting. Why do I feel like they're just gonna be wolves though? And like they'll, you know, I guess the jump scare of them being bushes first. I want to see a nerdy breakdown of how this world works. I'm not gonna get any of that here. I'm giving it too much credit already. Yeah, I guess that is how that would be. So is this like the entire movie then, as well? It's just, yeah. They learn, they body swap, they go. My god. How am I this bored and I'm 90 seconds into the movie's world? Something about this is just like a C-tier level of filmmaking, and I'm not seeing anything different here. It doesn't visually hook me, it doesn't narratively hook me, and it certainly doesn't audio-wise hook me, because a good chunk of these clips just feel weird. Whether it's down to the voice acting, not knowing how to take a hit, feel like they're in the motions. Oh, okay. This has a particular feeling to it that I can only explain as weak, you know? This feels like the feeling you get when you're watching a terrible movie. Like, you're not feeling it. You're not getting the hits of whatever it is. Maybe it's the voice acting. There's not a lot of oomph in those oomphs. I don't even have to try to critique this movie so far. Or just in playing the same damn sound effect for pretty much their only one joke. You know, the one good joke they had, I think I'm already sort of losing the wind for, if not just because they keep using the same one sound effect again. Like, did they fire a audio engineer for this? Maybe it's just really early footage, but it just doesn't audibly. It's just not right. I never noticed the problems that could have, but I can feel it now.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, there was something extra to it. It's still the same run it back again joke, but hey, it's the only thing they've got for humor I've actually seen so far, so it's step one. 20 years, 30 years into the career. I can't even tell what the main character is meant to be when he's not a bird. Like, he's not a specific... Is he like a squirrel now? I genuinely can't tell. He's just general, the most basic blank canvas of a character. And then anyway, they replace him when the body swap, to which their gender norms then dominate the visuals. This is a classic John Lasseter movie trope. Their latest stuff just doesn't have that core element that made Pixar classics, and all that remains really is awkwardly addressing the fact that this pest is involved in everything. Why does it have to be addressed that John Lasseter made this movie? Why does he have to be constantly in the billing? And because it is a mandatory part of the marketing, the phrasing just has to be like this.
We need
Interesting. Never heard it described as that before. From a director of Tangled, huh? And the visionary behind Toy Story, who's that? I wonder who that is. What strange wording you have to put in your marketing. You have to address it? You know, it's always gonna be one of those things. But God, even because they're addressing it at all, it just comes off awkward. Kinda like most of the line delivery in this trailer as well. And at the end of the day, whether it's marketed or whether I can be the one to tell you it's a John Lasseter movie, it just leaves you feeling a bit uncomfortable watching it and disappointed in everyone associating with it. Oh no, now's the bit where I roll my eyes at the fact that some people are associated with this movie now. Michael B. Jordan, Juno Temple, Tracy Morgan. Oh, that's the only three they could get, is it? Oh, well then, maybe that's a silver lining? Come on, man. Wait until you get me ranting about the new Harry Potter remake stuff.
The creatures of the valley need...
Again, this is a nice freeze frame of like how the characters are designed, the creatures. Like, it's interesting to see pine cone porcupines, porcupine cones, I guess is what they're meant to be. Why do I feel like they're not gonna do anything with it? They're just animals with natural disguises. That's it. They're not gonna do anything smart or fun with it, are they? Oh, I feel let down already. Oh, hey, maybe there's possibility. We've got fire tree wolves now. Are they all elemental? Please give me a layer on top of this super shallow plot line. Thankfully, if you're not a fan of John Lasseter doing well by himself, you can probably take solace in knowing, from this movie, he's probably not. The very early parts felt like it was going for A Bug's Life. This is very far from the qualities of A Bug's Life. The visuals may have a similar aesthetic, except 30 years later with technological advances, but the narrative will never be as strong, impactful, metaphorical, or anything layered, man. This looks so shallow. A generic, skippable animated movie to see in cinemas. It'll pop up on your TV screens or Netflix sometimes. The perfect time to waste away or watch a terrible review about it when it finally comes out.
Search everything in the valley. What's reading?
We're gonna die!
Yeah, man, like, I keep full on just skipping a bunch of these action sequences because there's nothing to say. Bunch of different animals bite at the camera and then they jump off a cliff to avoid them. It's the most standard movie so far. It's not even visually impressive. Like, the quality of the lighting isn't what's standing out. It's only the character designs that are faintly interesting. And it's not the character designs. It's the creature designs that are faintly firing one neuron in my brain. The rest of this is a snooze fest on first impression.
But from now on, I am your ride or die.
This is where you choose to ride or die? It's not a good look. What a PR disaster. But that's half of the marketing of this company anyway. May 1st, apparently. Cannot wait. For now, though, I really have nothing more else to say about this thing. Maybe that's a good thing. It's shallow, it's pointless, it's perfectly unimpactful for a guy like John Lasseter who still forces himself to be around. For now, though, I'd best finally end it off there. My name's been Daz. Thank you very much for reaching the end of this video. Do tell us your thoughts on Swapped. How could they possibly do it well? Do you think it's gonna go well? Or just overall, what do you think? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and more, but otherwise, I shall see you all in a little bit. Cheerio!